Hello everybody, today we are going to show how to use the Google Meet Breakout Rooms extension to create breakout rooms for your class. So the first thing you need to do is visit this extension site. This is created by Robert Hudek. He has a website with a whole bunch of tutorials. So the first thing I'm going to do is add it to Chrome. Allow it to have those permissions, click on Add Extension. Now by default, Google likes to hide these extensions. The way that you make these extensions visible again is I click on this Extensions button, looks like a puzzle piece, and then I can pin a particular extension, and that makes it so it's always visible. It's pinned here. Now, I need to make sure that this is connected to my Google account, so I'm going to click on this Breakout Rooms extension and go to Your Meet account. Now I'm only signed into one account, so this works just fine. If this is the correct account, you don't need to do anything else. If not, you may need to log out of all of your Google accounts and then log back in so that your first account is your domain account or your school account or whatever account you want to use with the Google Meet Breakout Room extension. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to connect this to Google Classroom. So I'm going to go to Courses. I'm going to add a course. Let's say this is my test class, testing class description. So kind of think of it from right to left. You set up your course first. You always have to click on the Save button if you make any changes. So now I have my course set up. Now I need to add rooms. Now in rooms, I want to make sure that my appropriate course is selected. So I'm going to select test course. So I have a main room, and I'm going to have breakout room 1 and breakout room 2. Breakout 1, breakout 2, and I have main room. I'm going to click on save, and it automatically creates links here for those breakout rooms. This first room is my main room, the rest are breakout rooms. So I'm going to go to the main Meet window, choose course. I want my test course, and I also need to tell it how many breakouts it's opening. If you ever find it's not opening enough rooms, chances are you're not selecting breakouts too. Now, I can either start the class with Google Meet or start it with Google Classroom. If I want to start it with Google Classroom, I'm going to go to my Google Classroom, open up the Google Meet 4 that's in the header of that Google Classroom. If you've never done that, go to the Settings menu, go to Meet, and then it will say Generate Class Meet Link, and then Save. Now here is the test class Google Meet. I've already opened it up. Join now. Here I am in my Google Meet, and I'm going to say click here to sync the open GC main room with this extension. Alright, it says success. The Meet below was synced as my main room. Now if I go back to this Room tab, I should see that this link and this link, this URL, is the same between both of these. So this is the main room. Now I also want to open up my breakout rooms. I can click here, or I can open breakouts up here. Now it's going to open these two breakout rooms. Now I have 3 Google Meets open. If you notice, these Google Meets have these strange color schemes, and this is a feature made by the Breakout Room extension to make things clearer. I can go to Settings and I can adjust these. Then you can see that these have changed colors. I'll change it back to aquamarine, and you can adjust all these colors. One other thing you can do is you can tell it breakout rooms should be in the same window, the same Chrome window with different tabs, or you can have them in separate window. If you're getting confused with all these windows, you could select tabs, and then it will create them in tabs. But tiles is nice because you can have them in separate windows and kind of see all of them at once if you have a nice large screen. One other useful feature is automatically allow outside participants to enter. Now I recommend having this unclicked, but if you know you're going to have a bunch of parents and you're not going to remember to allow them manually, you can click this and allow them to join automatically. So you need to make sure you have students in your room. Now it's very important that you send students to the main room. Now I have my students in my main Meet room. Now if I open up my Breakout Rooms extension again, if you forget what that is, you can always click on this link, this button up here in this extension tray, and I'm going to go to Assign Breakouts Ad Hoc. From here I can randomly assign. That will randomly place students in breakout rooms, and it tries to keep an even number in each. Since I have 2 rooms and I have 2 students, it will always place 1 there. I can also click and drag if I want a particular student in a particular room. Now if I want a student that's not assigned to a breakout, I can drag them above the breakouts and they won't get a breakout assignment. The Google Meet Breakout Room extension does not automatically move students there. That's a feature that will be added to Google Meet at some point, but it is not currently present, which is why we need this extension. If I click on Breakout Room Assignments, there's a little button here saying Copy Breakout Assignments to Clipboard. That copies a list of assignments to the clipboard. Now if I go to Chat and paste here, I can see that I've pasted in Chat assignments for each individual student. Now I'm going to send these students to their breakout rooms. They just open up Chat. One student's going to go here. The other student is going to go here. And you may want to instruct students to close the main Meet, or they'll end up getting confused. So I'm going to have my students close the main Meet. Now you can see I'm alone in the main Meet. And so now I'm in the main meeting room, and I'm also in 2 breakout rooms. One nice feature here is that I can flip between them right here. So these 3 icons refer to what I am hearing and what I'm saying and my camera. So if I only want to hear what's in breakout room 1, I can click on that. Now what it's going to do, it's going to make it so I can only hear what's in this room that the slider's on. So if you look, I've turned on the speaker in breakout 1, and it's off in the main room because this slider is set to breakout 1. Same thing with microphone. I can make it so my microphone is on in breakout 2 and my speaker, so I can hear in both of these, but it's not open in either of these. Also the main room, I'm muted and my speaker's off. If you have the speaker on in all of your rooms, it will quickly become confusing and your hair will fall out. It's bad news. So one really important feature is this button right here, this Retile button. This tiles all these rooms so I can see them all simultaneously. So I can see my main room, I can see breakout 1, I can see breakout 2. Retile is really useful. Or I can maximize all of them and then flip through them using this arrow here. Really nice feature to have. Now let's go into one of these breakout rooms. I can mute all participants, remove all participants. So if I mute everyone, now Annabelle is muted. Now when I'm done with breakout time, I can click remove all participants from all breakouts and it will boot everyone out. I could also announce, if I click on this, it will allow me to talk to all of the breakout rooms simultaneously, so they'll hear me saying it's time to come back to the main room. They can either, if they left the main room open, they can just click back there, or they can follow that link from Google Classroom, and then that will reopen the main room for them. And then once I've made that announcement, then I can click remove all participants from all breakouts, and it will kind of automatically remove everyone from breakout 1, breakout 2. And here I am alone in breakout 2. Close breakout 1 and breakout 2. Now I just have my main room. One nice feature is that you can export a lot of the stuff from the Google Meet Breakout Room extension. So if I go to my breakouts, I have my students assigned. I can click on Breakout Assignments under Reports, and it will show me which student was assigned to which breakout. I can also click on Participant Attendance, and it will give me the live participant attendance. Make sure you do this during class. If you do it after class, it's going to get the attendance when no one's in there. Same with breakout groups. If I click on Breakout Groups, it spits out a nice summary of who went to which group. This is different from breakout assignments. Breakout assignments is who was assigned to each group. Breakout groups is who actually went there. Make sure you set up norms for students. Just because I paste these breakout room assignments in chat doesn't mean students will actually go there. So it's useful to have students do a practice round before you try and use it in class live, so they have an opportunity to try things out and figure out how it works. Also, figure out how you're going to do it. Are you going to have students stay in the main room? Are you going to have them close the main room and then rejoin using a Google Classroom link? Also think about whether you want to create the links via Google Classroom or whether you want to just share a Google Meet shortcut link. I hope this was useful. Thanks for watching, and good luck this year.